Ilu kuna karege hapa. It's a reggae. So I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, the more you want it. I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, the more you want it. I'm talking about God's grace. The more He loves you, the more you want it. I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, the more you want it. David was graced by God to be a king. He wanted to build a temple. Psalms 27. He wanted to dwell in heaven. So it's something when you taste. The Samaritan woman was told, when you taste my water, a wellspring will come out of you. So I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, the more you will want it. I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, you still want more and more and more. So at the well of the Samaritan, Jesus said, "Give me one, give one, for I need to drink. Give me water, for I want to drink. If I give you the water, you will need no more water. But your water, anybody who drink it will want even more. So my water will become a wellspring in you." So it's about God's love. The more He graces you, the more you want it. The more He prunes you. John chapter 15. He prunes you more and more so that you may become a wellspring, so that you may bear more fruit. So the more He loves you, the more you want it. The more you want to do it, the more you want to do it, the more you want to return. So on the last day of Passover, He lifted up His voice. "If any man is thirsty, let him come and drink. And rivers of water will flow from his belly." So that is God's love. The more He graces you, the more you want it. You want it more and more and still more. You want more and more. "I am the bread of life and the living wine. Except you drink my blood and eat my flesh, you have no life in you. For all that eat my flesh and drink my blood lives in me, and I in them." God does not end. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. In the beginning was the Spirit of God, which was with the Word. So He made the Word. He made the world with the Word. So everything came into existence through Him. So when you're talking about God's love, it's God living in you. You can never end. You can never get quenched. Your love will always be there. Your patience, your kindness, your joy, your peace will become a wellspring, and people will be surprised what kind of a person you are, because there is a Spirit in you, is dwelling in you. So I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, you still want more and more and more. I'm talking about God's love. The more He graces you, you still want more and more and more. So a righteous man is a fountain for the thirsty. That is proverb. And a wellspring for the weary. His lips feed many, but the fool will die of anger. People look for satisfaction, but they don't look at Jesus. Women look for men, but they don't look at the Samaritan woman who came to Jesus. All things start with Jesus. Zacchaeus, he was a thief looking for money. But when he found Jesus, he returned it and found a satisfaction. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save that which is lost. So I'm talking about God's love. The more He seals your heart, you still want more. So you want a wellspring. After He seals your heart, you want a building now that grows out of that sealing that He has put into you. Out of that grain of a mustard seed that falls into the ground, He builds a kingdom in your heart. So I'm talking about God's love. You give, you share, you do charity, and you still want to do more and more and more. You want to become a musician, you want to write books, you want to help, you want to wash toilet, all of kind of things. Takataka, kufagia, kufundisha watoto wimbo, all kind of things. You want to go to school and teach people. So the more He loves you, the more you want more. The more He graces you, the more you want to do more. Because the grace of God is sufficient. Just like Paul said, 2 Corinthians chapter 12. You move from place to place. Among the Greeks, He becomes like a Greek. Among the Romans, He becomes like a Roman. Among all people, so that He may serve God more and more, because He has graced him. So I'm talking about God's love. He gives to whoever He gives. For He said to Moses, "I will show mercy to whom I will show mercy, and I will show compassion to whom I will show compassion." I do not have any obligation to give everybody love and compassion. It's not an obligation. It's something that God gives you, mercy and kindness. Akiamua kudestroy place fulani, nobody questions Him. So when He graces you, be sure to do more, because Jesus said, whoever has been given more, more will be required out of him. So God's love, God's love.